most people don't, at the back side. Walk around to the rear of the 2026 Outback, and you'll notice something immediately. It's cleaner, wider, and more planted than before. Subaru didn't go flashy here, and that's intentional. The redesigned taillights now stretch further into the body, giving the Outback a broader stance that makes it look more confident on the road. The light signature is sharper and more modern, especially at night, and the updated rear bumper smooths out airflow while still looking tough. The tailgate opening feels wider and more usable, which matters when you're loading camping gear, strollers, or a week's worth of road trip supplies. Compared to rivals like the Toyota RAV4 or Honda CR-V, the Outback's rear design feels less generic and more purposeful, built for people who actually use their cars. Now slide over to the left side, and this is where the Outback's identity really shines. Subaru hasn't abandoned the wagon silhouette, and honestly, that's the boldest move of all. The side profile is long, low, and confident, with subtle body creases that add muscle without looking overdone. New wheel designs, especially on higher trims, add a premium touch, while the darker cladding along the lower body reinforces that adventure-ready personality. This is where the Outback separates itself from soft crossovers. Park it next to something like a Mazda CX-5, and you'll notice the difference instantly. The Outback looks like it's ready to leave the pavement without asking permission. Roof rails are sleeker but stronger, and Subaru's clever integrated crossbar system is still here, making it one of the most practical vehicles in its class for kayaks, bikes, or rooftop tents. Move around to the right side, and the design balance really comes together. Subaru has refined the proportions so the Outback looks more premium without losing its rugged soul. The doors feel solid, the glass area is generous for visibility, and the overall stance gives you confidence before you even get behind the wheel. This isn't a vehicle trying to look sporty for the sake of marketing. It looks capable because it is capable. Compared to something like the Ford Escape or Hyundai Tucson, the Outback feels more honest, more grounded, and more focused on real-world usability rather than showroom appeal. Now open the door, because the interior is where the 2026 Outback makes its biggest leap forward. Subaru listened to feedback, and it shows. The cabin feels calmer, quieter, and more refined than ever before. Materials are noticeably improved, with softer touchpoints on the dash, doors, and center console. The seats have been redesigned for better long-distance comfort, and you feel it immediately. Whether you're commuting every day or driving cross-country, the Outback feels like it's on your side. Front and center is the large vertical touchscreen, now running an updated version of Subaru's infotainment system. It's faster, smoother, and far more intuitive than earlier versions. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard, which finally brings Subaru in line with competitors. The digital instrument cluster adds a modern touch, giving you customizable views for navigation, driving data, or safety information. Compared to interiors from Toyota or Nissan, the Outback's cabin feels more thoughtfully laid out, less cluttered, more functional, and easier to live with. Rear seat passengers aren't an afterthought either. Legroom is generous, headroom is excellent, and the ride quality back there is impressively smooth. Families will appreciate how easy it is to install child seats, while adults will love the supportive seating on long trips. The cargo area remains one of the Outback's biggest strengths. It's wide, deep, and incredibly usable, with a lower load floor that makes lifting heavy items easier. Fold the seats down, and you've got a flat, versatile space that beats most compact SUVs in real-world practicality. Under the hood, let's talk about the engine options, because Subaru didn't reinvent the wheel, but they refined it. The base 2.5-liter Boxer engine returns with subtle tuning improvements that make it feel more responsive around town. It's not a sports car, but it's smooth, predictable, and efficient, exactly what most Outback buyers want. For those who want more punch, the turbocharged 2.4-liter engine remains the star of the lineup. This engine gives the Outback confident acceleration, especially on highways or mountain roads, and it makes passing slower traffic feel effortless. The continuously variable transmission has also been improved. It's quieter, smoother, and better at mimicking traditional gear changes, which makes the driving experience feel more natural than before. And of course, Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system is standard across the lineup. For 2026, it's been updated with quicker responses and smarter traction management. Whether you're dealing with rain, snow, gravel, or dirt, the Outback feels composed and confident in situations where many rivals start to feel nervous. Off-road capability is another area where the Outback quietly dominates, especially in the wilderness trim. Increased ground clearance, revised suspension tuning, and tougher tires make it genuinely capable beyond the pavement. This is where the Outback really embarrasses some crossovers that only look adventurous. You don't need a full-size SUV to explore. Subaru proves that again here. Now let's talk price, because this is where the 2026 Outback becomes even more impressive. Subaru has managed to add more refinement, more technology, and more capability without pushing the price into luxury territory. The Outback remains competitively priced against rivals like the RAV4, CR-V, and Ford Escape, while offering standard all-wheel drive and a level of versatility those vehicles struggle to match. Higher trims can climb into premium territory, but even then, you're getting serious value for the money. So what's the final verdict? The 2026 Subaru Outback isn't trying to be the flashiest vehicle on the road, and that's exactly why it works. It's not chasing trends, it's perfecting a formula that already makes sense. It offers the comfort of a family car, the capability of an SUV, the efficiency of a wagon, and the confidence of standard all-wheel drive. In a market full of lookalike crossovers, the Outback stands apart by simply being better at what matters. If you want a vehicle that can handle daily commuting, weekend adventures, bad weather, long road trips, and everything in between, the 2026 Outback deserves to be at the top of your list. Subaru didn't just update it, they refined it in all the right ways. And that's why this Outback truly changes the game. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like the video, subscribe, and follow Drive Zone Meter for more honest, in-depth car reviews. Drop a comment below and let me know, would you choose the Outback over a traditional SUV? I'll see you in the next one.